All right, 2 is the charm. We are so excited to help you scale your business. Now, as I was saying, how's everybody doing? Raise your arms up for me. I know you did it for Jesse, but I want to know that you are all here. Okay, we are living in unprecedented times, right? And I know that you all have been working so hard in your businesses. We have all pivoted, we've adapted, we've persevered. And right now, these 3 days are such a sacred moment. Hear me when I say this. We have this precious window of time as the world continues to open up. So you get to decide how you're going to show up in this world, how you want to play, and who you want to be. It is so exciting. This is a very precious time where you get to decide which opportunities you're going to embrace as we create a strong finish for the year and step into, are you ready, a brand new year in 2022. Who's ready for that? Yes. Yes. Now, global economists tell us that the economy is remaining very strong, even with some crazy things that are still going on in the world right now. But our current forecast is still the highest reading since, get this, 1984. Right? This is a period of supercharged growth, and it's just beginning. Are you all ready for supercharged growth? As the world continues to open up again and we re-emerge, we're not starting over, but we need to chart a new course and determine our future direction. So think about this for a moment. Where are you going to navigate your business in this new world? If you really think about it, as CEOs and founders, you become true navigators, making your way out of the darkness and into the light. So I want you to just picture this for just a moment. Be here with me. As early explorers, just visualize this for a second. Early explorers ventured off into the distant unknown lands, okay? You can see them out there. They are navigating this new territory that they've never seen, they've never experienced. They don't even really know what's there. And they needed, above all, to know where they were going to be and am I on the right path? Right? I'm sure you all can relate to that feeling. And navigation was, in many ways, a leap of faith. And the problems that they faced, these early explorers, have been solved by using time-honored combination of ingenuity and proven strategy. And so as navigators on this new journey ahead, what you need is you need a compass. You need a guide to direct and lead you to your ultimate destinations. So for these 3 days and beyond, if you so choose, we will be your compass. The people around you for this event and our Pinnacle Global Network community. Let's give it up for the Pinnacle Global Network community that is here today. Yay! Like the stars in the sky, where for those early explorers, we are here to support you, to guide you, to direct you towards your vision. You see, we are all in a constant state of abundance and opportunities abound. And when we open our eyes and you know where to look and you know what actions to take, it's clarity, it's confidence, it's everything. Now, I was on Clubhouse. Has anyone been on Clubhouse at all? Raise your hand. A few months back, and I listened to Deepak Chopra was on there. And I love Deepak Chopra. And he was talking about this idea of the infinite. Because we're often thinking about our limits and what's not working and what our obstacles are. And what Deepak was talking about was that it is complete infinite space around us. In fact, he said, look to the right. So everybody, look to the right. That's infinite. There are no walls. Space goes on for eons. Look to the left. Come on, everybody. Do this with me. Look to the left. You might see a wall there. But that energy, that space, that abundance goes on for eons. Behind you, in front of you, above you. And as Naveen Jain, who is a billionaire many times over, and he spoke at our recent event, he said, there is no sky. Think about that for a second. There is no sky. Now, people say the sky's the limit. But as Naveen said, it's not like you're going to be going to space and you're going to call your mom and go, Mom, I just passed sky. There's no ceiling on what you can create. It's a choice. How big do you want to grow? How impactful do you want to be? What opportunities have been floating by you moment by moment that you are not embracing or capitalizing on? Yet our fight or flight brain tends to be drawn to what is not working. Interesting, right? So who you are as a business owner in these changing times, you are a navigator. Heading towards a new and better way to operate, to innovate, to grow, and now scale your company. And as we step into the coming months, we're going to all be reemerging to a new world. We have never been in such a burgeoning window. I really want you to get this. That in the last 20 months, within our Pinnacle Global Network community, we helped our clients pivot so fast and reinvent their companies, some that had been in business 20, 30 years doing it the same way. We helped them follow the demand, capitalize on new needs in the marketplace. And our Pinnacle members soared. So hear me when I say this. Be here. Be here solid over the next 3 days because the world is going to move forward whether you are ready or not. And to stay current without becoming disrupted in this ever-changing world, you have got to become a savvy navigator. You have got to become an expert in scaling. You are stepping into a growth revolution. And in order to follow your compass, you need better strategies and better tools and directional charts because the same old tugboat is not going to cut it anymore. You can choose to lead as a navigator in this new world, or it's going to navigate you in a direction that you may not want to go. So, change is going to happen whether we want it or not, and we can resist it kicking and screaming, or we can position ourselves, you can position yourself to innovate, to win, to have fun and meaning along the way. And that's what we are here to do. Are you all with me? Are you with me? Yes? Awesome. I love it. Let me ask you all a few questions. All right? Now, I want you to raise your hand right now if the answer is yes to any of these questions, all right? And I want you to keep your hand up until all the questions have been asked, if you have a yes to any of these questions, okay? So, how many of you have chronic back pain? Raise your hand. Anybody? Raise your hand. Okay. How many of you have chronic neck pain? Raise your hand. You're going to get why I'm doing this in just a minute. You're like, I don't really want to think about that, but just a minute. How many of you have chronic migraines? Raise your hand. Anybody? Hip pain? Knee pain? Muscle pain? Some kind of pain? Right? Many of you have your hands raised. You can put them down now. Whatever the chronic issue might be, in most cases, we just live with that pain. We become numb to it. It becomes our normal. And it's the same in business. You get used to living in your business pain. In your case, maybe the pain is just exhaustion. Maybe it's cash flow issues. Maybe it's burnout. Maybe it's overwork. Maybe it's team challenges. Or maybe it's just frustration because you aren't where you want to be yet in your business. You wake up each morning with the same pain over and over, and after a while, you just get numb to it because it becomes part of your norm. But guess what? It's not normal. It's common, but you don't have to live in this state. You don't. And once you get this, over the 3 days, you're going to be so blown away to understand how we can make it so much easier for you. It's time to navigate a new way. So I want you to imagine for one moment that one day your pain is miraculously gone. You feel 100% energized, excited, elated about life. What would you look to explore and accomplish with that burden removed from you? Now close your eyes just for a minute. Close your eyes. Play with me here. Close your eyes. I want you to pretend that the future of your business is a vast, magnificent blue ocean in front of you. Picture this. What do you see? What do you see? What does your blue ocean look like, waiting to be explored? What new markets are waiting to be found? What new customers do you hope to bring in? What new scalable revenue streams can you create? And new team members to help grow. That's what these 3 days are all about. Navigating your blue ocean, following that new strategic plan that we're going to lay out for you, and discovering new, amazing opportunities. A new world of big opportunities are out there waiting for you. So take this in. Take this in. You're in a safe space right now. All of you, this is a safe space where you get to be you. You're among people that get you. Entrepreneurs, fellow entrepreneurs. This isn't like in your everyday life where people are like, you guys are crazy. We understand you're crazy. We speak the same language. So Scale It Live and the Pinnacle Global Network community are here to bridge the gap from where you are now to where you wish to navigate and where you want to be. You have given yourself a gift A 72-hour window that is yours and yours alone. Treat this like sacred time. Don't bop in and out. All right? And I'll tell you why. Because if you're leaving and coming back in and going to work with clients and taking calls, that part of your brain gets distracted, and we want you to stay in this creative bubble, giving your brain space for those breakthroughs. That is how this happens. You have given yourself a gift, all right? 72 hours. 72 sacred hours. It is yours and yours alone. So treat it like that sacred time. And if you are, coming and going, you get a few ideas, but I'm looking for breakthrough for you people, not just a few ideas and then falling back into your old habits. So these 3 days are about creating the breakthroughs. And you need space for that so that your overwhelm disappears and your big leaps emerge. So, for 3 days, can you all do this? Raise your hand so I can see you. Can you shut out the world to say, this is my time to create, this is my time to innovate, to think, to learn, to shift, and you're going to look back on these 3 days and you're going to say, mark it out on your calendar, big stars. These 72 hours changed the trajectory of my life. And that is my intention for you. Allow this to be your defining moment. And listen to me when I say, you're not here to just get by in your business. You are born to make life extraordinary, to lift others up, to inspire your children, your grandchildren, your communities, the world. Yes, you are that leader. You are a navigator. So, let's give it up for Scale It Live. Are you all ready? Are you ready? Fantastic. All right. Let's see. Shelley says, I'm with the crazy. All right. Are we good? Is our sound on? Can you guys hear me? Everyone hear me? Thumbs up. Are we good? All right. Okay. So, what are we going to do over these 3 days? Let me fill you in on all of this. We're going to create your scale plan. We're going to work on increasing your profits. We're going to help you get your life back and your time back and reconnect you with the fun and passion in your business. Actually, you are supposed to have fun in your business. Did you guys know that? Newsflash. Oh, all right. And also, there becomes a point in our life where it's like we want to make a difference. How many of you want to make a difference in your business? Is that important to you? Yes, Tara says it's important to her. And let's see. All right. Is it Mamta? Is that correct? Melissa's here. She's given me the hearts. Awesome, awesome. Now, I would like to hear, we're going to unmute some of you, and so what I would like to know is, and again, I want to thank you all for your patience this morning. I know we had a few tech challenges, but we're all good with that, right? Everybody's in, we're ready to go and focus, so thank you for hanging on with us. Now, what I want to know from some of you, and you can raise up your hand, is your name, where you're from, the name of your business, and why did you decide to commit to yourself to be here for these 3 days to scale your business? All right, so let's see. Do we have numbers on these so that I know where to call out? I don't see a number. In front of the name. Got it. Okay. All right, there. Raven is on number 2.
Good morning. Hi, I'm Raven Catlin.
Good
Um,
morning.
good morning. My business is Raven Global Training. We help organizations manage risk essentially so they can actually achieve their objectives. Calling in from Herndon, Virginia. And the reason why I wanted to designate these 3 days for myself is because I tried last year and did not realize how much engagement I would need to get the most out of the session. So I reinvested in myself to join once again. I had a lot of takeaways last year and am looking forward to getting even more this year.
That's so awesome. Well, I'm really happy that you are here, Raven. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. We are excited to meet you. Who else? Raise your hand. I would love to hear from some of you why you have decided to be here. Let's not be shy. Who would like to introduce themselves to everybody here? All right. Okay, over here, Talmar. Hi, Talmar is number 3, Talmar Anderson.
Hi, how are you, Allison?
I'm doing fantastic. So excited you're here.
Thanks, I appreciate it. So I'm Talmar Anderson. My company is Boss Actions. We offer hiring strategy and boss best practices for business owners. And I'm dedicated to this time because I know my business could be and should be so much more. So I'm trying to gather as much information to understand how to scale the next step for this business so we can serve more clients and really get the message out there.
Fantastic. And where are you tuning in from, Talmar?
Oh, sorry. I'm from Reston, Virginia, right outside of Washington, D.C.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
So happy that you are here. All right. I've got the lights glaring in my face here, so I'm trying to see. Is it Chad? Chad is on number 3.
Can you hear me? Oh, there we go. Thanks, Allison. I'm here because I want to, increase my business, but I don't have, every day I inspire people, I motivate people, but there's nobody out there that really, I'm at the top of the pyramid, and there's nobody out there to motivate me and inspire me to increase our business. And so that's why I'm here, to get inspired and see more success. And I'm tuning in from Seattle, Washington.
Fantastic. And what is the name of your business?
ACG Builds. We're a general construction company building all over the Seattle and Puget Sound area.
Well, I'm so glad you're here. Hey, it's lonely at the top. It's
right.
lonely at the top, right? And so we need that for ourselves. That's true, right? We have everything on our shoulders. You know, that's your role, getting your team motivated and all of that. And we need that fuel for ourselves. So I'm so happy you're giving yourself that gift.
Thanks. I'm excited too.
Yeah, fantastic. All right, one more person to go ahead and introduce themselves. We have got, is it Augustine? Oh, Agustin? Oh, I probably messed that up. Number 2.
Morning, everyone. My name is Augustine Gomez, Houston Roofing Experts, calling from Texas. And I'm really excited to be here with everyone this morning. Reason for us being here is just want to stop the burnout. Definitely want to grow our business, and we've been successful so far at what we're doing, but it feels like something's missing. We don't know what it is yet, and so we're looking forward to finding out and hopefully getting some help to get there and just make an impact in our community.
Fantastic. Well, you're going to know what's missing by the end of this event, but what I would like to not only help you figure out what's missing, but give you the solution for that over these 3 days. So I'm so excited for you. Congratulations. Let's give it up for everybody. Let's give them a hand. And I want you all to treat this as if we are in a ballroom together. So do that for yourself so that you are truly going to immerse yourself in this experience. Now, all 3 days, we are building your roadmap, and I'm going to explain that to you in just a minute here. But I want you, we've got some commitments. I don't like to say rules because I don't really like rules. And I know that's why you're a business owner, because you don't like rules. I know who you all are. But there are a few things here that I'm going to ask of you. Put your phone away. Stop looking at your texts. Stop looking at your emails. They'll be there when we're done. All right, and we'll have some breaks and things like that. Just have this your only screen. Turn off other screens, and you're talking to a lifelong multitasker, okay? So I'm just telling you, I want you to get this. You know, it's either that you get that one email done or you have a breakthrough. I don't know which is going to be better for you. So we are going to let you know when we're going on break and when we're coming right back from break. And so we want to keep the day moving and so that we get everything in for you and stay on time. So just be aware of the clock and get back on time. And we're going to do the same. Engage in all of the activities, the breakout sessions. When we go into breakout session, you all, this is where magic happens, where you are connecting with these other CEOs. It could be a business deal that you get. It could be that they give you, say, the one thing that you needed to hear at this event. So you definitely want to be in those sessions. And then after the sessions, you come right back, okay? We would love for you to share this event on the break. Scale It Live is our hashtag. You can take pictures with amazing speakers and all the things going on here. Please share this with your communities. And I just want to say this is a complain and whine-free zone. You get enough of that in your life. Now, at the same time, we're here to support you. If you have a challenge, definitely reach out to our team. Let them know. We've got people monitoring the Facebook group and also our support line if there's anything that you all need. But let's keep this 3 days in this bubble of creativity and positivity. Are you all good with that? Are you good with that? Fantastic. All right. So we come in partnership. This is a journey that we're going to go on together. All right. This is a working event. So the last thing is say yes to yourself. We're going to try to turn off the noise that stops us every day in our lives and say yes to you, okay? Now, this is important, okay? Because playing it safe is one thing. I'd rather you play smart, and that's what scaling is all about, because the old habits keep us stuck and in the box. Those old habits are going to get you the same results that you've always gotten. So I want you to turn off the voices of, yeah, but I've done that before, it didn't work. Yeah, I tried that, that doesn't work for my business. I assure you, we have worked with every industry under the sun, industries you've never even heard of. So we want to open your mind to possibilities. The big leaps happen when you're up here looking at the big picture, and that's what we're going to do. Not in the weeds of your day-to-day, being the operator in your business. We want you to stop that, and we're going to show you the way out. How many of you want your life back? Raise your hand if you are ready to get your life back. So you want to make a lot more money, and you want to get your life back, right? Those two things, because I know how hard you all work. Business owners work harder than anyone else, okay? Now, this is what's going to happen over the 3 days. I want to just walk you through this for a moment so that you know. We're going to be taking you through the Scale It method. This is our proprietary method. It is a holistic method to scale your company. Why I say holistic is that there are methods out there for operations. There are methods out there for marketing or sales. Your business is not parts of a car. Everything that is in your business affects every other area of your business. Your strategic vision affects your team, and your leadership affects your team, and your execution affects your cash flow. It's all intertwined. The Scale It method literally focuses on all aspects of your business to build a team-managed company, to replace yourself, and to step your business into a more scalable model so that it can multiply multiply impact, profits, and get you out of your own way. So over the 3 days, we're going to build your step-by-step blueprint to scale your company. Strategic vision, we're going to get clear on what that vision is. It's the thing that business owners spend the least amount of time on, and it is the most important part of your business. It is, so you know, like those early explorers, it's that compass. Cash flow, oxygen of your business, kind of important. That's marketing, that's sales, that's financial organization. We're going to talk about all of this. Alliance of the team with the focus on being aligned. If you have chaos with your team, anyone have team challenges here? Raise your hand. Anyone have? She raised her hand so fast. Ira just went, woo, right up there, like I spoke to her. Anyone else have some team issues? So we really are going to dive into team during this event. Leadership, that's all about us and how we show up. And execution of the plan. How we execute, how your team executes, who holds who accountable, what does success look like, how do we monitor the success, what are the KPIs, okay? This is the ScaleIt method. So this event is not like breakout sessions and each session is interrelated with different speakers. Yes, we have some powerhouse presenters over the 3 days. But they are strategically placed as we are building this roadmap for you. All right? So each segment is building on to your blueprint. And so you don't want to miss any segments because you miss a piece of the blueprint. And as I said, every area of the business impacts every other area of the business. So at the end of day 3 on Saturday, you're going to have this complete blueprint. Make sense? Raise your hand. All right? Okay, you guys got your hearts. You got your likes. Let me see some of those. You guys get your swag boxes? We're still shipping out more. Did you like those? Yay! Awesome. Okay. So you all have a dashboard, and on the dashboard are your handouts. These are the ScaleIt method tools. They are downloadable and they are writable on your desktop. You can save them onto your desktop. And it's really important to do this, and you're also going to be doing exercises right in the dashboard. If you're having trouble with that, I think you need to refresh your page to get to the dashboard. Is that right, team? That's correct, they're telling me. All right, so we're going to dive into the 5 phases of scaling, and I want you to tell me in the chat when you hear a phase that I describe, tell me if this is you or, tell me if this is the phase that you're in. Okay? And the reason that this is so important is because once we know where we're at and we have that awareness, and then we know what the next phase is, then we can figure out what the gaps are getting us to that next phase, okay? So, phase 1 is the seeker. The seeker is you are venturing out with your business, you're the startup, or you're the solopreneur, okay? It is all you. The 5-woman band, the 5-man band, you are it, okay? You're the salesperson, you're the janitor, you know how that goes. We all started there. There's no scaling that's happening in phase 1. Phase 2 is the pioneer. The pioneer is where you're out in the plains, you're getting your hands dirty, you probably have a few employees at this point, and you're starting to learn to delegate. You probably have an assistant, hopefully, a marketing person. Hopefully you're not doing your own bookkeeping at this point. You are in the 6 figures of your business. By the time you're in phase 2, you are getting more clear on your customer journey. But you're still a bit of the control freak in phase 2. Anyone here a control freak in their business, right? And so you are still needing to approve everything that is going in and out of your business, all right? There's no scaling happening here because you are absolutely the bottleneck, all right? And so that means we have to start moving into phase 3. And phase 3 we call the ringleader. And in the ringleader, it is a bit of a circus. That's why we call it the ringleader, because you're starting to build teams. And I don't know about you, but teams can be a little bit like family. And sometimes family doesn't always get along. Anyone ever have that issue? I don't know. Anyway, and so as you start to build those teams, what's happening is that you're starting to really have growth in phase 3. And so you start feeling like you're out of bandwidth. And so what happens is you're like, I just got to fill this position. I just got to fill this position. But you're not really thinking clear on what is the role and what does success look like for this position, right? And so you're not real strategic on who this person is and what success looks like for them, right? And so you often have people in the wrong roles. You kind of have a revolving door. And if you're complaining at the end of your workday about team members over and over and over, it's often a good sign that you are in phase 3. All right? And so we have definitely ringleader. Robert says Lorraine is in phase 3. Jacqueline, you got, you have, oh, that's awesome. All right. Shelly's talking about drinking wine. Shelly, hold on. It is still morning, but we'll get to that a little bit later. All right. So here's the thing that is so important. What worked in phase 1 will paralyze you in phase 3 or 4. And this is some of the biggest mistakes that business owners make. You're still doing some of the same practices when you started the business. And even some of the same mindset. Maybe you started your business because you were in survival mode and it was just like, I got to do this. That's not going to take you to phase 4. That's going to really hold you back. So, in phase 3, you've got people in the wrong roles. You're micromanaging. You still got your hands in everything, even though you have people. Your team is confused. They're afraid to make mistakes because you're afraid that they're going to make mistakes, so they make mistakes. And the biggest thing is you're stretched too thin. And this is where it starts impacting your personal life, your health, and you start questioning, why the heck am I doing this business? Anyone ever have that experience before? Raise your hand. You know what I'm talking about. Yep. This is what has to happen. You've got to shift from being the boss to being the leader, so you and your company can soar. There's a big difference. A boss is telling people what to do. A leader is inspiring people into action. You don't like it when you're told what to do. You like to be inspired into action. That's why you all are here. You all don't want to be running yourself ragged, micromanaging. It's not why you got into business. You want your team to take it and run with it. And that means you need to empower them. It's like with our children, if we're constantly jumping in and rescuing them, they never own it. They never take responsibility and run with it. And if this is what's happening in your team, negativity, gossip, jealousy, people, that has to be nipped in the bud immediately. It will spread fast. and even to good people, right? You're the leader. That is what you do not tolerate. You need to have a red carpet around your world. And you want those people there on your team that are there, excited to take it to the next level. We're going to show you how to do that over these 3 days. Now, moving into phase 4, this is where it starts to get more fun because you're building a company based on collaboration, okay? And you start to have these leaders emerging on your team. And you know they're leaders because you don't have to ask them what they're working on. Do you know what I mean? Raise your hand if you have some leaders on your team and you never have to ask them what they're doing. You just know they're doing their thing. They treat it like it's their own business, and this is what you want. And if those of you don't have those people yet, don't worry. We're going to show you how that's done. Because if you're worrying about, well, Allison, I would love to do that, but I don't have the money to hire these people. When you hire strategically, it fuels your growth. And every single hire should drive 3 to 10 times their salary to your bottom line. They should start driving growth within a few months. And ultimately, they're free. Because every person you bring into your business, if they are the right fit, and we're going to show you how to do that, they will drive growth. They will drive growth. So like I said earlier, you don't want to be choking the growth of your business and trying to do everything yourself. You are actually losing tens of thousands, if not millions of dollars doing that. Okay? Now, the other thing that really has to be happening here is you have to have people that can manage change. Because you got a lot of change going on in a small business. So you have to have people that can manage change, that they understand that their roles could be shifting every 3-4 months. This is really important. This is communicated from the beginning, and when you begin to get those leaders, these are people that can pivot on a dime. And we'll talk more about this later. And this takes you into phase 5, where you are no longer in the day-to-day of your business, because in phase 4, with your team stepping up as leaders, you're able to start stepping back. And your culture, your values, your vision is so entrenched in the company that it is being talked about as if you're there when you're not there. And then ultimately you start stepping back so these people can step up, because as long as you're over them, they can't step up. You guys get this? This is the journey to phase 5. Being the visionary where you can step back because your team has got it handled. All right? So the ultimate goal is that you're going to build a team-managed company. Put that on your wall. To free yourself and allow your company to soar. It's actually going to grow faster. Now, you have to know how to do this. And we're going to show you how to do this. And this is what we do all day long in Pinnacle Global Network, which is our mentoring and mastermind community. All right, so I want you to go to your dashboard right now. And I want you to think about this for a minute. Now remember, this is an interactive event. We're going to be building your blueprint. This isn't just for you all to sit there and listen to what Allison's saying. I really want you to engage in this. Engage in the chat. Engage in connecting with people here. Do the work on the dashboard. Do the downloaded handouts. Use this time to really think through all of this stuff. This is where, and writing is powerful. There's something about that that is energetic, I think, that really helps you to release this on a deeper level. So, on your dashboard, there is an exercise. Is it up there, team? It says, what is the gap keeping you from elevating to your next phase? If you don't see it, you need to just refresh your page. So let's take a moment and I want you to write this down. What do you feel right now is the gap keeping you from the phase you're in to getting to the next phase? Let's just take a moment and write that down. All right, all right. So I wanted you to think about that for a moment because we're going to start brainstorming on this gap and getting solutions for this gap. So, masterminding. This idea of masters sharing their minds. This is where brilliance comes. So I want you all to participate in this. We are going to do a breakout. And we are going to put you all in groups with other CEOs, all right? And what I want you to do, write this down right now, or take a picture of this slide. What is the biggest gap keeping you from elevating to the next phase? And you're gonna go in the group, you're gonna say, this is my name, this is my business, my biggest gap is this. And then you're going to get to hear from the other people in your group with some ideas. Just be open. Just be open. This is how you're going to connect and get to know people. It's powerful. Now, no, you don't need a long backstory. We're going to be in there for 20 minutes. So if you talk too much, you take away from the person next to you. So count the number of people that are in your group and divide it by 20 minutes, right? And Jesse, did you want to come out here? Okay. I think we're good. All right. So we are going to, is everybody ready? Raise your hand if you are ready to get some powerful brainstorming. All right. So we're going to be in there for 20 minutes and then you got to come back here because we got amazing stuff right after, right, Jesse?
Yeah, and real quick, one of the things I want to say is that, sometimes you can feel a little shy.
Yes.
With this, and this is you. Oh my goodness. Wow. One of the things I wanted to say was sometimes you can feel a little bit shy with this, right? You think, this is the moment I don't need. And when you get past your comfort zone, that's the moment that you grow. Is that right, Allison?
It is, 100%. So, no, but there's no judgment here. No one's comparing. Everyone's at different levels. So embrace. We've all been at all these different levels, okay?
So how we're going to do it to start, you're going to be in groups of about 4 or 5, and again, we're going to have 20 minutes. So the person with the longest hair will go first, and then that will be how you know who goes first, so you're not going back and forth about that. And you're going to talk about the biggest gap that's keeping you from elevating to the next phase in your business. This is going to be the moment where you really get to connect with people and hopefully meet some new friends that can be lifelong business partners and friends to help you get to that next level, which is what we are going to be for you. So everyone,
Yes.
enjoy that breakout together.
We'll see you right back here after. Okay, you are back. Yay. So excited. How was the breakout? How was the breakout? Raise up your hands. Let me know. Was it good? Was it good? Awesome, awesome. Put in the chat for me any takeaway that you got from the breakout. Awesome. I want to hear one takeaway that you got from your breakout. Culture matters. We agreed we need to do less. Great to meet everyone, Sarah. That's awesome. The struggle can be real. Yes. Well, we're going to show you how to find those employees, Holly. I got the secrets for you. I got the secrets. Paul, you need a mentor. We're going to give you that support. All right? Let's see, David, I recognize one of my own tie downs, which is that I'm the only tech guy in my company, so any tech issues fall on you, yeah? Okay, I get that. I get that. Building affiliate partnerships, hire forward. There were connections between, yeah, you know what, Michael? There are no mistakes. Everything happens for a reason. All right. Okay. So, I'm going to just introduce a little bit about me, my family, and just so, like, we're all friends here. I want to get to know you. I want you to get to know me. I'm a business owner just like you. I get what it's like. I have had probably a lot of similar experiences that you have had. This is my husband. He is a joker. He is my business partner in Pinnacle Global Network, and he is the love of my life and my best friend. It took me till my 40s till I finally met him. I was really good at choosing the wrong relationships. Anyone ever have those experiences before? Yeah. Finally got that right. And so you're going to get to meet Mike. He had his own company for 30 years in the office furniture, cubicle, designing workspaces type of industry. And I finally convinced him. It took me 13 years to twist his arm to come on board with me. In January, it will be 3 years, and it's just been wonderful. Anyone here work with their spouse? Anyone? We could do a whole event on that, couldn't we? We could do a whole event on that. Alana's shaking her head, yes. All right. So these are the kids we have at home right now. This is Gidget. She is our 10-month-old bulldog. And Winston is our 2-year-old golden retriever. Anyone dog lovers here? I'm going to want to see your dogs. I'm going to want to see your dogs. All right. We are definitely dog lovers here. These are our babies. This is my baby, my daughter, Gabriella. And she's actually going to be tuning in to the conference here. And so I was a single mom for 12 years. And I kind of feel like we grew up together. I don't know if any of you had that experience with your kids, but I'm really proud of my daughter. This is my mom. She's going to be turning 90 this year. Or, she's born on leap year. She's going to be turning 90 in February. And she is such an inspiration to me, let me tell you. My mom has had 3 different types of cancer. She is not just a survivor, she is a thriver. She wakes up happy every day. She goes to the gym every day, and she loves life. She's constantly texting me backstage, Allie, you got this. I'm so proud of you. You know, she's always the one writing on my Facebook posts. If you ever see the one that says, work with Allison, she will help you so much. That's my mom, okay? Phyllis, just so you know. Anyway, and this is a picture of my father and my grandfather, actually. And this was taken in New York City in the fashion district, obviously, many decades ago. And my father passed, it's been 5 years ago now. I can't believe that. But he was the biggest inspiration, mentor, I would say, that has had the biggest impact in me starting in the business world. And I still feel him with me. He's with me today. And he had such a passion, you know, for his business. He absolutely loved what he did. In fact, I was talking about this with someone the other day that, you know, he had over 50 women's clothing stores. Started with one store in Kansas City called Maslin's, and then grew it across the United States called Stewart's, another chain called Extension One. And he went through all the ups and downs. I saw the things that he went through. You know how you know that when you're a kid. You understand that, and you see that. But he had such a passion for his work. He truly cared. He truly cared about his employees. He truly cared about the business. He was such an innovator. And so when it was time for me to figure out what I wanted to do in my life, and I figured out pretty quickly that I was unemployable because I was terrible with people telling me what I needed to do. Anyone here unemployable? Raise your hand if you are unemployable. Yeah, you get what I'm talking about. And so what I learned from my dad was if you want something, go out and create it yourself. Go make it happen. And so by the time I was 19 years old, I started my very first business. I was in college. I was writing poems for birthdays and anniversaries. And I learned pretty quickly that I was going to be writing poems day and night if I was going to, you know, be able to pay my rent. And but I loved it. I was like, Dad, I'm going to be a poet. I found my calling. And he's like, Allie, that's so awesome. I'm so proud of you. But did you know that poets really don't become known until they're dead? This is what he said to me. I was like, Dad, you're such a buzzkill. Thanks a lot, right? And obviously he was a little concerned about me making it out into the world. And so people were saying, Allison, you know, I don't really want a poem, but do you do television commercials? Do you do brochures? Do you do radio? Do you do public relations? And I would hear my dad's voice in my ear, and he'd say, Allie, if someone asks you to do something, just say yes, and then figure out how to do it. Anyone start their businesses like this? Right? Ingrid's like, yeah, that was me. All right. Well, there comes a point in your business that you can't fly by the seat of your pants like that anymore, but it's a great way to get going. And that's really how I got this business going. By the time I was 25 years old, I had this full service ad agency right here in San Diego called the Burali Group. And we had clients like Ben & Jerry's and Supercuts and Charlotte Russe and Allstate, and I was making a lot of money. I was flying all over the United States. I was helping them open stores in new locations, and we grew Charlotte Russe to 15 to 50 stores, and the business was just totally exploding. Now, I had no experience in this, really. And so I was good at getting the business, but I didn't understand how to scale a business. I didn't understand the foundations of a business. I didn't understand the underpinnings. I didn't know how to delegate. I was a control freak. I thought I had to do everything. So this was me. This was me. You would have looked at me, you would have thought, oh man, this woman has got it together. But let me tell you, people, this was me. Okay? I was drowning in my own success. I felt suffocated. I was depressed. And you know what? Yes, I've shared this story before. Some of you have definitely heard it before. But every time I share this story, I remind myself the pain of where I was so that I never forget, because it is so easy to get sucked into your business like this, like that, right? And so I felt trapped. Was a young mom. I thought, oh my God, this is it. You know, this is my life, right? And so I was so afraid to make a change. And so the universe says, well, we're making the change for you. And I ended up having a horrible car accident from the stress, from not being present, right? From total exhaustion of being up all night working on ad campaigns because I thought it had to be me. People, it doesn't have to be you doing all these things. I learned the lesson the hard way. I ended up running over myself with my own car. Okay? Just like sink that into your brain for a second. A 4,000-pound car ran me over. Now, if that doesn't wake you up, I don't know what to say. You don't need a 4,000-pound car to run over you to wake you up. And I want these 3 days to be your wake-up call, to show you a new way of living. I survived that accident, and in that moment that I had the clarity, the question popped into my mind. And ask yourself this question right now, because the question that came to me was, do you want to be in the same place you are right now a year from now? That's what popped into my head. I'll never forget it, clear as day. Do you want to be in the same place you are now a year from now? Or 10 years from now? That's how fast decades go, right? Well, that lit such a raging fire under my feet. I ended up walking away from that business, that lucrative business. I walked away from it. I walked away from a difficult marriage. And I set out into the world as a single mom. No idea what I was going to do with my life. But I was committed to figuring it out. I was committed to figuring out my purpose and where I was supposed to be. Because I loved business. I knew I wanted to be that navigator. But I needed to understand what I was doing right, because there was a lot that I was doing right, and what I was doing wrong. So I began to study my clients, like Charlotte Roos, like Supercuts, trying to understand how were they growing into these enterprises of hundreds, thousands of employees, where the CEO didn't need to be running the day-to-day anymore. And I began to develop what I call today my ScaleIt method, right? I share this with you. How many of you can relate to this story in one way or another? Raise your hand. Right? Michael gets it. Vicki has 2 hands up. Linda's hand is up. You guys get what I'm talking about. I know the pain of the business owner. I've talked to thousands and thousands of business owners. I know the pain you live in, and you don't have to. You don't have to be that firefighter. You might have been putting out fires this morning. You don't need to be that firefighter, jumping from one crisis to the next, right? You need to be the visionary. You running the business, not the business running you. And that is what we are going to show you. Since that time, I built 9 more companies that I've had an absolute blast with in so many different industries. Everything from real estate to jewelry to software. I was a homeopathic physician for 20 years. I built a homeopathic college that still exists today. beauty salons, scuba diving certification company. I mean, you name it. But I figured out how to scale, how to replace myself in the business, and how to multiply the growth. And that's what we're going to show you over these 3 days. All right? You got this? Are you all excited? Are you excited? Good, good. Now, we're going to get your bodies moving, all right? I know how stiff you can get sitting at the computer all day, all right? So we are going to get moving. We have fun. We have fun. And for those of you that are really serious, life is meant to be fun and enjoyed. So we're going to have fun here along the way. So I just want you to know that's kind of part of our deal. Are you guys all good with having some fun too? Because it's going to land more. And they've done studies when you actually move your body, you process the information into your cells. So we are going to be moving, right? And your focus is your most valuable asset. Your focus is your number one asset. Okay? I know how ADD you are. Anyone here ADD? Raise your hand if you're ADD. Look, man, I didn't, the hands just shot up so fast. Hey, Deb. Yeah, I get it. So be here. Give yourself a chance to succeed with your focus. You're going to get overwhelmed. We're going to give you a lot over these 3 days. We have jam-packed, but that's okay because the breakthroughs are going to happen. From the overwhelm, just allow it to sink in. Just allow it to come in, and the breakthroughs are going to happen. Right, Shannon? Yep. Shannon knows. All right. Now, some of you might learn some things that you've heard before. Right? Sometimes we need to be hit over the head with a sledgehammer to finally get it. Right, Kristen? Right? So the key is, it's not just learning. I want you all to take action with it. It's one thing to know it, but if just knowing what we needed to do to lose weight, it wouldn't be a quadrillion-dollar industry, right? We all know exercise, eat less, right? But it's more than knowing it, it's doing it, okay? You have the power to make this happen. The only thing between the success that you want is between you and you. We're going to give you everything that you need to succeed. No, yes, buts. All right? We're going to help you build out this plan. This is your one-page business plan. It is on your dashboard. You can download this. This is a simple one-page overview of your business. We're going to get clear on what your revenue goal is for the year. That goes on the top. Do you all see this? See this? Can you give me a thumbs up? Do you see this? You can find this on your dashboard in just a minute. If you need to, you just refresh the dashboard, you'll be able to see it. But just be here with me right now. You're going to fill out what your revenue goal is for the year. Then you fill out what your revenue streams are and your projected revenue streams for each, your projected sales for each of those revenue streams. And then as we're going to take you through the journey, we're going to figure out what your marketing strategies are to drive leads, your sales conversion strategies, your team positions and strategies. We're going to look at your whole business. So by the end of the 3 days, we're going to have all of this laid out and so much more. All right? You all get it? Can you raise your hand so I know you get this? Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. I want to give it up for our Pinnacle Global Network community. We have business owners that we mentor all over the world. Many have been with us for several years, up to 10 years. So can you all kind of wave your hands? Some of our Pinnacle members are amazing. If you ever get into breakout rooms with them, connect with them. Ask them about their journey. They are here to support you. This community, and we have members all over the world. I mean, we have members in Africa, we have members in the Middle East, we have members in Australia, we have all over the United States and in Canada. So, we are a community of generosity. We are here to support one another. And can we tell you what creates happiness? They've done studies. The thing that creates the most happiness is giving. Did you know that? Giving. When you support others, it comes back to you. I promise you. So show up here as that go-giver. All right? Now, I have to say, we have the most amazing team on the planet. And I am so excited to introduce you to our team of CEO mentors. Now, what is unique about our team is that they have all built and scaled highly successful companies. This was a non-negotiable for me as I began to scale this company. Because I know for me, in my mentors, I want to work with people that have been there and done it, that they're further ahead of me, right? So they're going to take me to that next level. And so as we have scaled Pinnacle Global Network over the last 12 years, we have been bringing on the most amazing mentoring team. Many have been with us 7, 8, even 10 years. We have 20 CEO mentors at Pinnacle Global Network. And we are just like one big family. They are so incredible. And I want you to meet some of them. They actually work with our clients. Our clients in Pinnacle Global Network actually work strategically with these CEOs. We match them and they support them all year long. And some of them for years and years and years. So I want to go ahead and introduce some. Now I'm not gonna introduce all 20 because you would be here all day, but you see all their faces here and how incredible that they are, and you're gonna get an opportunity to meet them and be able to work with them during the event. And once you see how incredible they are, I think that you're gonna be going, oh my gosh, I cannot wait to meet with them and work with them. All right, so let me start with, I'm going to introduce you now. Not every one of them is going to talk because for the sake of time, I want to move things through. Tammy, raise your hand. There's Tammy Moore. Now, I want you to hear how amazing they are. Tammy built a restaurant chain she built a huge restaurant chain with 1,400 employees. How would you like 1,400 employees, all right? I mean, such an incredible company culture. She sold it to Sizzler for over $30 million. And she just launched another massive restaurant during the pandemic. And you're going to hear and learn from Tammy a little bit later on in the event. And we have Giles Fabris. Good morning, Giles.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Alison.
How are you?
I am fantastic. Really looking forward to this. This is going to be a treat.
Fantastic. And so let me just tell you, Giles built a very successful import product business that he runs today. A lot of our mentors are continuing to run businesses. And his natural deodorant skincare business beat out Gillette, Old Spice, and Dove. He is a whiz at digital marketing. He is a digital marketing expert. He's helped our clients become Amazon bestsellers, build funnels, create highly profitable customer experiences. So Giles, what would you say? And I think Giles might be having a little bit of internet issues here, so we'll see how this goes. But Giles, what would be a tip that you would say to all the attendees here to make the most out of the event? Okay. You know what?
Okay, hi. Yeah, the internet is a little bit spotty. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay, just remember this. Firstly, welcome everybody. Each day builds upon the last, right? So give yourself the gift of full attention over the next 3 days. We're going to build you a roadmap to success, and give yourself that gift. Close those doors, pay full attention.
All right, so you heard that like every 3 words, plus he's got an English accent. So let's add that on to what just happened there. So what Giles just said was that every segment is building upon itself to be fully engaged. All right, I'm being your translator right now, Giles. Okay, so Vicky, where is Vicky? Hey, Vicky. And so Vicky brings to Pinnacle over 20 years of expertise in human resource management, in strategy, in transformation of helping business owners scale their business. Vicky is a rock star. Let's give it up for Vicky. Woohoo! Let's give it up in the chat for our mentors. We've got Jim Belitas. Raise your hand, Jim. Is Jim Belitas up there? There he is. Jim runs his own multi-million-dollar law firm in Newport Beach, California. He's a serial entrepreneur. He's an attorney. He is an inventor. He's a venture capitalist. He's owned several manufacturing and service companies over the years. Good morning, sir. So happy that you are here. We have Rachel Ramirez. Where is Rachel? Rachel, raise your hand. There she is over there in the corner. Rachel brings to Pinnacle her high level of experience in federal contracting. I want you to really take in the level of the mentors that you all are going to be supported by during this event, okay? She is an expert in federal contracting and also private sector consulting and workforce management, and she was named the 2020 Huntington Beach Businesswoman of the Year. She has a multi-million-dollar company that is award-winning in the government contracting space. These are all of our mentors, and they work with our business owner clients in all different industries. They have experience working with clients in all different industries. Doesn't matter if you're in financial, construction, pet food, bridal, like everything. They really have that experience. Gila Kurtz. Gila, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm great. I'm so excited for this event.
I'm so excited to have you here. Gila is the founder of a company called Dog is Good. It is a very well-known brand by hundreds of thousands of people all over the world. And Gila has scaled her company to like 6 different scalable business models. And I'm going to share that with you a little bit later on. And rocking it in her business, everything from direct to consumer to subscription programs to direct sell. And you're going to learn all of this. It's going to be incredible. So what would you say, Gila, is a tip for everybody to get to the most out of these 3 days?
My tip would just be 3 words: possibility, trust, and growth. That to sit there as you're engaging throughout the next 3 days and remember all that's possible. Trust the process. Trust that you're in the right place at the right time, and the information you're going to receive is exactly what you need to know in this moment. And growth. Get excited about who you get to become in the process, the leadership that you're going to engage in for yourself and for your team and for your community around you. That's my tip.
I love it. I love it. Now, Gila was a member of Pinnacle Global Network for 5 years, and her business completely scaled. It is so, so exciting. Now, she is one of our amazing mentors. Thank you, Gila. Louie. Where is Louie? Awesome. Good morning, Louie.
Good morning, Allison.
How are you today? Are you excited?
Good. I'm really excited for everyone here.
Oh, I am so happy that you're here. So Louis is the CEO of the nationally recognized real estate company. He has over $145 million in personal sales and leads in this team. They're all over the Southwest. And prior to that, Louis, for 16 years, built a custom aquarium manufacturing company with aquariums all over in resorts and hotels globally around the world. And then he also built a subscription service business to go with that, which was scalable to service those aquariums. So such amazing wisdom here. These are not business coaches that just went and got a certification. These are mentors. Mentor means they are teaching you from their experience. And so, Louis, what is a tip that you would share?
Wow, there's so much, but a really quick tip would be you're going to learn so much information here at the event. I really encourage you to take action with the information that you learn. Don't just write it down and stick it in some notebook, but really take action, because this group of people will change your life.
So happy that you're here. Yes, it's all about taking action. It's not just learning, but it's implementing, and that's what we're going to show you how to do. Thank you, Louis. We've got Marshall. Where is Marshall? There he is, over in the blue shirt. Good morning, Marshall. Marshall is the CEO of the largest independent provider of calibration and collaboration, right, Marshall? Serving the construction materials industry in the United States under his leadership. And, you know, Marshall was a member of Pinnacle for 3 years. He grew from 35 to over 100 employees, and he has replaced himself in the business. He went from 60 hours a week to 1 meeting a week. People, this works, all right? But he also specialized, because Marshall can't sit still like all of us entrepreneurs, he went out and bought 12 other companies. So he is an expert at mergers and acquisitions, buying and selling companies. How many of you would like to buy a company or sell your company? Raise your hand so I have an idea. All right? So Marshall is going to be talking about this during the event. You're going to be able to learn this. So awesome, Marshall. Thank you. Gina, good morning.
Hey, Allison.
So excited you're here. Gina has been with me for 10 years, people. She has been with me from the beginning. Actually, I think she came in the second year of the company. And so Gina has helped literally thousands of business owners, well, especially in Pinnacle in this last decade. And she built a business in the wellness industry and grew a $1 million team from scratch to one of the top 5 coaches in a 10,000 coach industry. She is so inspiring. She's so sharp. And so, Gina, what would you say? Because you have attended, obviously, so many of our events. They are in for a treat. What would you say is a valuable tip for them?
Yeah, well, what I would say is connections with others and building relationships is critical for growth. And you're going to be meeting hundreds of business owners, much like yourself, over the next 3 days. And we say it's not what you know, it's who you know. So my tip is to maximize your time and make an intention to connect with 5 people each day. So that's 15 people over the next 3 days. You'll see them in the chat. You're going to meet them in the breakout rooms, and be super intentional about finding those people that you want to connect with, build those further relationships with, not just how they can help you, but we're big on being a go-giver and maybe some people that you could help. So the key word is connect.
Love it. Thank you. Let's give it up for Gina. Jim Herrera, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. How you doing?
I'm doing awesome. So Jim has started and scaled 4 companies, sold each for multi-millions of dollars. He focuses on exit strategies and builds custom milestones based on the ScaleIt method to help his clients become successful. He's worked at Apple, Creative Technologies, Arbitron. He is like a techie wizard. He's all about scaling, but more with that Silicon Valley perspective, all right? with his clients. So anyway, Jim, what would you have to say to all these amazing attendees that we have with us?
This is an amazing set of mentors and a wonderful conference for you to participate in. So to make massive impact in your business, what I want you to do is make sure you bring the top 3 issues you have in your business into the Scale Studio to talk with us. We are here to serve you. We're going to share with you the right things that you need to do to take action right now.
Yeah, we're going to give everyone a chance to do that.
This is Jim.
Thank you so much, Jim. Jim is a powerhouse. Let's give it up for Jim. We have Lacey Hagan. Good morning, Lacey. Lacey is the founder and CEO of an all-natural skincare company and has over 20 years of experience in this business and in the luxury product industry and the service marketplace too. She is an expert in sales, in merchandising, in product positioning, in marketing. She really is a strategic wizard, I would say that Lacey is. She is an amazing woman, so we're so honored to have her on the team. Let's give it up for Lacey Hagan. Awesome. We have Stuart Borey. Where's Stuart? Good morning. You're going to be able to, there he is. You're going to learn from Stuart in a little bit later today. And Stuart has mentored hundreds of business owners in the Fortune 500 level, from startups to business owners that have been in business for years with hundreds and hundreds of employees. He's had many of his own companies. He has an MBA from the University of Wharton School of Business, and he just is such a brilliant guy. He's one of those people you'll just finish your session and go, oh my God, my mind has just been blown. Right? For those of you that have experienced Stuart before. Thank you, Stuart. So, and we have Melissa Woods. Where is Melissa? There she is, waving over there. Melissa is our director of mentoring. She is a leader in our company. She runs our mentoring department, and she supports all of our mentors. Melissa built a company, a children's gym chain, over 40 locations that she franchised. She even wrote a book on franchising, and she sold her company for millions and millions of dollars. She franchised to 5 different countries. She knows how to grow and scale companies. She has been running our mentoring department for 7 years. So, Melissa, isn't this awesome?
So awesome. I'm so excited. It's going to be a great 3 days. Amazing speakers, amazing content.
Yeah, so what would you say to all of these attendees to make the most out of these 3 days?
So just like I said, there's going to be amazing content, a lot of content, and amazing information that you're just going to be like, wow, that was so amazing. My tip for you is to pay attention to what the nuggets that stand out for you are. Keep a notepad next to you. Write down those like aha moments, and then revisit the list and take action on them. You'll have that list, so it won't be like you have to go through piles of notes. You'll have just the bullet point things that stood out, because seriously, guys, information without application is useless. We want you to take action.
Yes, exactly. Let's give Melissa a hand. Is the team amazing or what? I am so honored to be surrounded by such superstars. Okay, so here's the thing. Here is the thing. You are going to have an opportunity to book your scale session, all right? And so you have, how many of you have already got your appointment book? Raise your hand. Here's the thing. This is genius on the other line, all right? Genius. You do not want to miss this appointment, okay? From these sessions, people walk out like Kristen. Remember the session that you had with Tammy? It changed her life. So don't say, I got a meeting or I don't have time. They're going to strategize with you. So you're going to click the button to go to book your scale session on the dashboard. You just need to, you might need to refresh your page. It's going to ask you a few questions, and you're going to get your appointment booked. Who's going to book their appointment right now? Raise your hand. Raise your hand. You do not want to miss this appointment. They are there. They're waiting for you. And so here is how it works. You get one appointment. Now this is for, now Pinnacle members, you already get access to the team anytime you want. So we only have so many appointments available. So these sessions are for the people that are attending the event that haven't had the opportunity to get support from the mentors, all right? So you get one appointment. Be on time because they're in the Zoom room waiting for you. So just set the alarm on your phone or whatever you got to do. And don't worry. You're not going to miss anything. You could private message someone and say, hey, could you just take notes for me for the next few minutes? All right? It's just going to be like 20 minutes. We got 3 days together. What you're going to get in that session could be life-changing. All right? So definitely go right now to book your scale session. And I cannot wait when you come back from your session, share what it was like and what your big aha was. Think about when you go into that session, what do I want answered? What is the one solution that I need? And that's what you want to bring into that scale session, and they will support you. Are you all good with that? Raise your hand. If you are, is everyone committing, getting a session? Awesome, awesome. All right. We're here. This is about reimagining. Pretend you have a clean slate for your business, and you are stepping into a whole new world. We have amazing, incredible CEOs that you're going to meet. Amazing business experts, and we're going to be bringing one on here in just a few minutes. Now, we have an opportunity for you to go into some private sessions if you want, all right? We're doing some private sessions with some of our keynote speakers where you get to go in and you get to directly ask your question to these powerful CEOs that have built multi-million-dollar companies. And then you're also going to get a private session with me. We're going to do a VIP session. So if you want to do that, we want to just give you one last opportunity to do this, is just to go right now to your dashboard, book your appointment at first, and then go click the button on your dashboard and upgrade to VIP, and then you can join us in the VIP, and you will be able to connect with me in a more intimate environment. We have hundreds and hundreds of business owners participating here. We have several Zoom rooms going right now, so you're only seeing who is in your Zoom room, but I assure you we have hundreds and hundreds of people. So in the VIP, it's a more intimate environment. So if you want to join us and get that support, go ahead and click the VIP button so that you can upgrade. All right, everybody. How's this been so far? Are you guys ready? We're going to dive into the content. We're going to get this going. We're going to start building your roadmap. Are you all excited for ScaleIt Live? Yeah, I want to see the hands waving. Woo! I love it. I love it. See our mentors going. They cannot wait to support you. All right? Okay. Come on up.
All right, everyone. So I'll grab that for you,
that?
and I'll tag you out. Okay, everyone. So I know that you're probably ready to stretch and get maybe re-up on your coffee, go to the bathroom, whatever it is that you might want to do on a break. So I want to make sure that Allison already talked about it, but be sure to book that Scale Studio appointment. Amazing, amazing things can happen. I think of like that golf analogy, if any of you that play golf, right? It goes like off into the woods, and then one small shift, right? One adjustment changes everything. Boom, then straight, right? So that small shift, that small adjustment can happen for you. So be sure to book that, all of you. Make sure to book that appointment. The next thing that I want to make sure that all of you know is you're not going to want to miss the next session, because we are going to be bringing one of our special guests, a CEO that built a global brand, absolutely changed her industry, okay? Allison talked about VIP. If you want to do that, you can upgrade to that as well. We're going to take a 10-minute break, everyone. We're going to be back on the 30. 9-minute break now. We're going to be back on the 30. So if you're on the West Coast, 10:30, all right? So we're going to be back. I want to make sure that you have those 9 minutes. Go to the bathroom, get your coffee, whatever it might be. We'll be right back. You are not going to want to miss the next session, everyone.